Good day, everybody. It's Donnie B.GotDaBeats. We live on Two Flu West. It is so good to see my brothers on here today, man. Real live. But you already know what time it is. Again, Donnie B.GotDaBeats. I'm joined by my brother Nick Baker. What's going on, Nick Baker?
What's happening? What's happening? Been a quick second since we done chimed in and took a flight, but we had to do it for this good brother right here. We right back in the chest like we never left. Two flew west. You know what it is. Yeah, man. I'm excited today, man, because like the last time we had this brother on, we talked about some future work and getting the project done, and now we're here. We are back to the future, if you want to call it. We done landed. We got here. Yeah, man. Look, it's the good brother Eclipse, man. Welcome back.
Hey.
Hello, man. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Very super excited. Glad to be back. Been a long time coming. I've been in the making. Been looking forward to this moment like years. So we got plenty to talk about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. So I'm gonna let everybody know now. We switching the format for the show. We normally got our questions and we play our games, but today it's all about the project. We diving right in. We going in. We want to listen to some music. We want to talk about the vibes. Talk about how we got here. What was the process? So we just gonna jump right in. I mean,
Okay.
name of the project is "What's Done in the Dark Will Come to the Light." Talk
Yes,
about it,
sir.
man. Let's just talk about the title. Like what how did that come about?
All right. Well, I was playing around with a bunch of different titles. I didn't really know what I wanted to call my album. This was playing around with some things. As you know, like from the first interview we did, I think about 8 months ago, I told you about a group I was in called Dark Alley that, I ended up going solo from. Well, my solo project didn't come about till 20 years later, but say the least, I still went solo, and then Dark Squad Entertainment was created. So the title was Done in the Dark Will Come to the Light, means an accumulation of things. For one, it's a play on the word and the meaning of eclipse, which plays on light and darkness, where the darkness kind of overpowers the light and dims it, which is the meaning of the name Eclipse, which has to do with me dimming others' lights. Like I was when I get on tracks with them or I do collabs with people. So that's but the meaning behind that name. But the album has a lot to do with my dark past. Dark Alley, the group I was in, Dark Squad Entertainment, as you heard on my song Eyes of a Desperate Man, I done been through a lot. I done taken a lot of losses through the gun violence and murder in the streets. And one of my friends killed himself, had a substance abuse father. Like I just grew up with a dark past. So why I say what's done in the dark will come to the light. That album title means with all of the dark things that I have been through in my past, now that I'm coming back to the music and my album is out, it's time for me for the light to shine on me throughout all of the darkness that I've been through. Everything that I've done in the dark in the past, now I'm coming to the light and it's my time to shine.
I love
That's
it.
what's up.
I love it.
That is what's up.
I'm excited now.
Yeah. So we got 16 bangers on here. I think let's go ahead and jump into one of them. Let's just jump into a song. Like I said, I really want this to be about the music and
Okay.
spending some time with you talking about some of these songs. Like I told you earlier in the green room, I got one that I definitely want to ask you about. It's really two, but they kind of have a feel to me that I want to ask you about. But let's see
Right.
what's going to be a song that you want to jump into first that we can dissect and talk about.
You know what? I'm going to let you pick. I'm going to give you full control. We're just going to talk about whatever direction you want to go.
All right, well, I take it. I will take it. So the song that definitely like stuck out to me, and just uh, subject matter, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the music, the words was "Fork in the Road." Um,
Glad to
strong,
hear you say that.
yeah, strong song right there. I think a lot of us like can relate to being at that fork in the road where you got decisions to make that can change, or change the trajectory of what you do.
Right.
You got to make certain decisions that are hard. Like you said, sometimes it's about your past, and you get to a point
Yeah.
where, and sometimes you're at that fork in the road with more than just you. It
Yes.
may be you and a few others, and you got to make a choice that goes a different way than the others. You know what I mean? And sometimes that ain't easy. Um,
Right.
yeah. So let's jump in and then come back and talk about it a little more.
Let's
Okay.
do
Fork in
that.
the road.
Fork in the road.
Walk in the road.
There it is. Eclipse with Fork in the road. Check it out. Okay.
You know how they say you got to log in first.
Well, sometimes you gotta do that. I apologize. Technical difficulties. What would they? These things under control, but hey,
It's all
YOLO.
right, man.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my speaker real quick.
No worries. Do your
By the
thing.
time you pull it up, I'll be back.
Indeed. There we go. Lord.
Yeah, everybody gonna try to get that password.
Yeah, ain't it?
Say it. Everybody gonna be on your Spotify.
How about that? Let's take this down for a second while I try to figure this out, because usually it just plays, but it's not doing such a thing for me today. Here we go. Come through. All right. There we go. We got it back. Here we go. Sorry, everybody. Eclipse with Fork in the Road. Let's go.
Believe it or not, in 43 years you learn quite a lot. Know that my days are numbered, so what is left, I give all I got. Goddamn life lessons, gotta take them in stride. When the puzzle pieces don't fit, two worlds will all they collide. Prove it difficult to accept it when it's time to decide. So I meant to be, can't be forced, push wishful thinking aside. Experience makes you smarter, keep your eyes open wide. Everything in life has to teach through ups and downs like a tide. Soaking up all the information that it has to provide. No pressure is being applied when good and bad coincide. Not high enough up in rank, so you can't override. Overwhelmed by the anxieties you've been feeling inside. That's the way of the human being, no matter where you reside. On the road with nothing other than God's word is the guide. Everyone don't have your best interest, watching whom you confide. Wanna fly beyond the clouds, or close my eyes and just glide. So many people come around when you shine, but they can't see what's underneath of the glow. What's underneath of the glow? So as it's gone and present starts to decline, it's something that I learned long time ago. I learned long time ago. They don't expect to say they love me, they lie, but they can't wait to see me fail on the low. To see me fail on the low, but that will stop me because I'm going for mine. I'm on my grind 7 days in a row. I'm at a fork in the road. Lord have mercy, I'm drowning in guilt, past consist of trying to cover up my dirt like a quilt. Gotta carry my own load, my muscles starting to wilt. Down and out, but still on my feet, that's just the way that I'm built. 1 minute I'm standing tall like I'm walking on stilts. Then it's like I get vertigo, the ground beneath me it tilts. I've been stuck on this roller coaster, flipping upside down. Every twist and turn that I've taken kept my feet off the ground. As strong as I tried to be, this kept me feeling unnerved. Tried to run away from my past and getting what I deserve. I don't ask a whole lot of questions, I just stay on reserve. There's plenty of wisdom to gain when you sit back and observe. The benefits are greater when quick to listen and slow to speak. All I need to know without ever asking, so to speak. Take time to critique just when I'm reaching my peak. And come Satan, demons, and haters trying to ruin my streak. Behind the wheel and I was taking a ride, but really I ain't got nowhere to go. I got nowhere to go. Full speed ahead and I was cruising alone. Where I was truly no way to know. There's truly no way I know. There better days I'm eventually coming, but where they at this time is moving too slow. Time is moving too slow. I get to see him before I drop down below. Cause I've been going such a critical blow. A metaphor in the food, all of my time in the eyes, they never lie. Forever I will put my trust in God. Whenever I reach my lowest point, my praise for him is forever high. With the ride, for we gon' stand strong through endeavor's eye. We'll always keep in mind the bird with no wings can never fly. Had to fail many times to say forget it and never try. Try to make it to paradise where no one will ever die. Satan deceives this world with an abundance of clever lies. So if ever I can help you see it, then let me witness. Gotta exercise my faith in Jesus, spiritual fitness. Ever since Adam and Eve, the trickery escalated. Master of cunning I know that opportunity is knocking outside, but I'll be damned if I go answer the door. I'm not gonna answer the door. Nothing but Satan trying to reel me back in, but I ain't falling for his tricks anymore. I'm at a fork in the road.
Fork in the road, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey man, listen. I heard that joint had to run it back. I'm telling you, like some joints just hit you with that right word or whatever. But let's jump into the song, man. Like, how did it come up? How did the concept come up? The music? Did you have the music first? Like, tell me all about it. Oh, you
Oh,
on?
hold on, got you.
Now you good.
Yeah, I actually did. I had the beat first, and I was just listening to it. I was with my mom's house or whatever, and we both was just listening to the beat. We both heard it together for the first time, and we both were just kind of sitting around bombing to it. And I was like, "Oh, I gotta use this."
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just started humming to myself. And within about 5 minutes of hearing the beat, I ain't had no words or nothing to it yet, but I was like, this gonna be called Fork in the Road. I don't know what I'm gonna say, what the hook gonna be, but I know the title of this is gonna be called Fork in the Road because the beat just kind of, the instruments and everything in it, it just kind of touched my heart in a way that made me want to get deep. It's like it just tugged at something that made me want to dig into my inner self and unleash it out into the music. So I think by that first day, maybe within the first 30 minutes, I was like, let me go ahead and write this hook down and I'm going to do the rest later. So I wrote the first hook because as you notice, this song has 3 different hooks.
Mm-hmm.
The same hook does not play each time. It's a different hook after every verse. So after that finished that first hook, I don't know, I felt like I want to do something different. This something that people don't usually do. And I always try to differentiate myself from others and kind of do the opposite of what everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I told my mother, I said, you know what? I'm going to write 3 different hooks for this song. It's going to have a different hook after each verse. So I ended up writing 2 more hooks that day, no lyrics to it. I just had all 3 different hooks. Somewhere within maybe an hour, I had all of those hooks done. And I started writing the lyrics for it the next day, and everything just kind of came together.
Well, I
Yes,
love
yes,
what
yes.
you did with it for sure, for sure. Who did the beat? Like who mixed, who engineered? You got any videos coming for this? Like what's up?
A guy, the main producer on my album did this beat, which is a guy named Boger from New York that I gotten a lot of beats from. He produced at least 80% of my album. So yeah, this beat came from him. My engineer is actually he mixed it and mastered it. A guy named Slab. He's actually Poe from Section 8 Mob's son.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So he's the engineer who mastered my entire album. And yeah, as far as a video, I don't know. I would like to do a video for this. I got so many videos in mind, and this is one of my personal favorite songs on the album as well. That's why I was glad to hear when that was one of the songs you picked, because I talked to a lot of people, and I asked people, what's your top 5 songs from my album that are your 5 favorites, and everybody has different top 5s. So it wasn't until my album release party last weekend, first time that I heard somebody pick Fork in the Road. It was one of my cousins, Kevin. He said Fork in the Road was one of his favorites. And I was like, you the first person I heard say that. And then my other cousin was like, oh, that's my favorite song too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And now you. So it's one of yours.
Hey, look, you had a lot of comments coming through saying it was one of their favorite joints too. A lot of people just chiming in, saying they feel it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's when you do songs like that. Sometimes, like that's that song you got to sit with and listen to, and like really listen
Yeah.
to the words, and it starts to hit you even more because you
Right.
start to connect with what you actually saying.
Yeah.
And that's what I can appreciate. The fact that those layers in music and music with depth that
Yeah.
you can come back to and catch something else and then catch another piece and catch another line that really connects to you.
Right.
So that's why I definitely like that joint. Definitely stuck out to me. What was like and think of making the music, like what's your vibe in the studio? I think we might have talked on this a little bit previously, but just like making this song, like when you're recording it, like what frame of mind do you go in? Like some people like a lot of people in the studio, some people want nobody in the studio, some people
Right,
want, food and drinks and it's a party, and some people need it to be like, candles and it's essence, like whatever. Like
right.
what's your mood when you kind of doing this recording?
I mean, I've had a bit of everything, but my main, most common vibe, I don't like a lot of people in the studio. Like, if it's unnecessary for you to be there, then I don't feel you need to be there because other people just end up slowing my session down and becoming a distraction. If I'm doing a song with you or something and you're supposed to be there to lay a verse with me, then cool. But if you just hanging around and being more of a distraction and being in the way, then I prefer to just keep my sessions to myself. So my sessions usually consist of the same three people: me, the engineer who's recording my session, and one of my closest friends, my man PB. So, he's always just there supporting me through everything I do. Sometimes, most of the time, me and him even go half with paying for my sessions. He's just always there to support, giving an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Help me come up with ideas. Like, we might be listening to a song and he might say something like, you know what, that lyric right there, you should put animal growling or something right there because of what you said, just like little stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's usually my session, just me and PB and the engineer who records my stuff. Every so often, I might have a friend or two stop through, but I don't have too many people at my sessions.
Nah, I dig with that. I definitely am down with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Who is so you said you got your man PB there. Like who is he the one that also it's the nah, you need to do that verse over, or I don't know about that one, or like do you have people that you go to that's like yo, okay, these two people gotta okay the song for me to be like, yeah, we got something.
Yeah, well, I always ask. Sometimes I just know it might be a time where I go in there and I just murder my session or whatever I was trying to do, and I don't need no confirmation. I'd be like, nah, I just killed that, and
Mm-hmm.
no one's disagreeing. But there are times where I'm unsure and I'm listening, and I will ask PB or Slab the engineer what he think. My man Mo Digger, who sang on my album on I'm Out in the Letter, his ear is incredible. So I have nothing but the greatest respect for his opinion. So if he happened to be there, he'll probably be the one I'll ask first before anybody. And
Gotcha.
he knows me very well because he was our primary producer in the Dark Alley days. So we got like great history. He definitely knows what I'm supposed to sound like and when I'm at my best. And he might tell me, be like, nah, do it over. Or even Slab might be like, nah, you can do it better. Go do this part right here over. Your
Yeah,
delivery could have been better. Or you slurred your words a little bit. Go do it again. So, I'm always open to the criticism because I want my project to always be the best that it can be. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha. So you said when you first heard the beat, you was at your mom's house, y'all were listening to it, just kind of bobbing your heads. Uh,
Yeah.
have you played the song back, or like what's the reaction now that the song is done?
I told you, it's one of my favorite songs. Just like you said, you had to run it back. Usually, I'll never listen to it one time. I play it at least 2 to 3 times in a row before I go to whatever's coming after it.
Yeah,
Sometimes I just leave it on repeat because that song just get me in a different kind of zone when I listen to it.
yeah,
Because everything I was talking about is just authentic and real, and it's one of those deep songs that really give you something to think about. And I feel it's relatable in so many ways to other people.
yep, yep. Cool, cool. All right, we're gonna continue into this music, and I picked this joint, like and again, I still want you to pick at least one. I need to
I
know.
got you.
I need you to pick at least one, but I'm gonna give you there's three joints I had. Um,
Okay.
but this joint hit me just because like it just started the record. It was
Right.
like you turned it on and it was like a punch in the face. So let's talk about Monster.
Yes, sir. You want to play it first, or you want to
Yeah,
talk about it first, then play it?
let's jump into it. Let's play
All
it,
right,
and then we're gonna talk about how that came up.
That,
back.
we
Let's
can,
do it.
They say it's crazy, something different with ways unfamiliar. His mind is sick like he belongs somewhere in an asylum. Don't take him lightly, there's a really good chance you will kill you. When the fresh charges disappear, but you even can file them. Confusing shorty's got a temperament, fails to control it. He might back out when soul is dangerous, just give him a reason. So let that point ring in your alarm as a warning, cause so much you provoke his anger is squeezing. He's a monster, now with never greatness is a code of my DNA. Bomb set to explode and everything seems to be in play. Purpose always is a destiny, to rise to the top. If he don't do nothing, will bring out the best of me. Mics get set ablaze and I'm the common denominator. No love for a traitor, never cater to haters. Got circles round niggas globally, just like the equator. All bundles down to a lot of y'all great, but I'm greater. It's a rap cause the monster deep within is prison. Got bars on a higher level like top floors of a prison. Far as I'm concerned, ain't too many better. Describe me, start from 8 and count your way up and stop at the 7th letter. When things are heating up, just keep your distance and give them room. Just like a Christmas tree, I'm about to light up your living room. Miss me with all that talking, cause you might get your ass slumped. Some more fire, yours just add fuel like a gas pump. They say he's crazy, something different with ways of familiar. His mind is sick like he belongs somewhere in an asylum. Don't take him lightly, there's a really good chance he will kill you. When the fresh charges disappear, but you even can file him. Confusing shorty's got a temperament, fails to control it. He might back out when soul is dangerous, just give him a reason. So let that point ring in your alarm as a warning, cause so much you provoke his anger is squeezing. He's a monster, niggas ain't up to speed, better convert to the slow lane. Pressure rising, I'm cast up out the blow up like propane. My flow is sick and diagnosis, deadly with contact. Like a hitman with your name's on the list of my contract. In other words, lyrically, I'm a killer for hire. They'll call me a beast for nothing when it's smoke, they inspire. Unidentified on the wall, you will find no replacement. Once I get the call, I'ma put you underground like the basement. If you feel it was a fluke, we can run it back like a kick return. Most likely you're spooked from the way I'm known to inflict the burn. Take it to the streets, I got a mob with me riding. We collectively enough heat to send the sun in the hiding. Go ahead and try your luck and run them up, cause that's on you. In the meantime, better duck or think about what you going through. You still just going through, might end up cracking your bones. And I ain't never coming out of the throne. It's mine's alone. They say he's crazy, something different with ways of familiar. His mind is sick like he belongs somewhere in an asylum. Don't take him lightly, there's a really good chance he will kill you. When the fresh charges disappear, but you even can file him. Confusing shorty's got a temperament, fails to control it. He might back out when soul is dangerous, just give him a reason. So let that point ring in your alarm as a warning, cause so much you provoke his anger is squeezing. He's a monster, hurt yourself disrespecting me. My skills are just too advanced. To end up in the wheelchair against me, you don't stand a chance. Worst case, I might have to bury you. Then it's necessary to get a 6-ball barrel to carry you at the funeral service, cause you just been obliterated. Getting better with age, so on that note, I'm considered hated. Been awaited, been debated, I might be the best. Haters instigated when I stated a definitive yes. I suggest you do your homework, you still want it, then holler. My niggas carry 4-5 like they just broke $20. And they ain't coming out to flash and be alert, cause that thing's hot. No problem pulling back and letting go like a slingshot. When it's all said and done, they say I came in and killed the game. Unique and compared to none. You and me, we ain't built the same. So use some common sense to be a bit more responsible. When you wake up in the wee hours with the fun in your tonsils. They say it's crazy, something different with ways of familiar. His mind is sick like he belongs somewhere in an asylum. Don't take him lightly, there's a really good chance he will kill you. When the fresh charges disappear, but you even can file him. Confusing shorty's got a temperament, fails to control it. He might back out when soul is dangerous, just give him a reason. So let that point ring in your alarm as a warning, cause so much you provoke his anger is squeezing. He's a monster.
Yes, sir. That's all I gotta say about that. The check is in the mail with that one, boy.
You heard it right out the gate, right out the gate. Hit play is right out the gate. We not waiting on nothing. That joint, like I don't know, like I'm in the Bay Area. That joint made me think of when Draymond Green do something. He always like this. That was the flex. That was the flex on him, right? That was like, look, it's like somebody talk to you, man, stop playing with me. That's what that song said to me, man. Stop playing with me, right? that was like the tagline for me. Stop playing with me. Let's talk about it, Monster.
Let's talk about it. The funny thing is, it's funny that so far you picked 2 of the songs that I wanted played today. I don't know if you got the email that was sent to you earlier, but Monster and Fork in the Road are the 2 that I wanted you to play today, and you do them. So that's just crazy to me.
That's
But
what's
yeah,
good.
Monster, man, here's the crazy thing about that. Same producer that made Fork in the Road made the Monster beat as well. When I first heard that beat, it was just like, oh, I'm about to punish this. And I already knew as soon as I heard it, I was like, this going to be called Monster, and this is going to kick my album off. Because I wanted something that just came out hard off the break that set the tone for the album. To let everybody know it's on. Like, this ain't for play right here. So soon as you start my album, when you hear that guitar riff kick in the hook, and once I start spitting that first verse, you automatically should know you about to be in for a treat. And that's what I was gunning for, because it's been 20 years since I've done this. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that were questioning, can he still hold up what he was capable of doing 20 years ago? Does he still got it? And I wanted to let everybody know, not only do I still have it, I ain't lost a step, but I'm coming back with a vengeance better than ever. And here's the proof. Let's go.
Sound like it for sure.
Hey,
And I got to say too, like the thing that I love the most about what I heard so far is that it's like a lot of people say that DC don't got a sound, right?
Right.
You know, it's been like, oh, it's go-go or whatever. But like all that I grew up on with like hip hop out of the area,
Yeah.
the drum program and the music, the tone, the ferocity, how you attacking it, bro. It's just that's home. I miss
Right.
it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I enough respect to you for just cultivating and bringing that back to life. Like you said, 20 years
Appreciate
ago,
it.
you know, like look at the end of the day, bro, you killing it. You know what I mean? So
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
no
hey,
doubt.
look, and to answer the question, I just looked at my email, Star Patrice's email. I definitely did not look at it or
That's
see
crazy.
that those were like two of the songs. Those joints just hit me, and that's like, look, I was like, this what I hear, like, right? So
Right.
that's crazy that that vibe, that ear. But I mean, coming up same times, man. You know what you
Yeah.
want to hear. You know what you've been
Right.
through. And what's connected. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what's good. That is definitely what's good. Nah, man, yeah, like I think, like you said, coming out the gate, smacking them in the mouth, like, look, don't get it twisted. I'm still here. I'm
Yeah.
doing it better than before. Like, I think it was a killer first track, like way to just
Appreciate
start
it.
out the gate and get people like prepared for what's about to happen. So definitely rocking with that joint.
That's
Um,
definitely what I was shooting for. Like because I feel like that's important. The first song always should set the tone of an album. Like,
yeah,
if you're excited to hear anybody's album, that first song should always grab you off the top and just set a tone to say, okay, this about to be fire. And that's what I wanted. And that's the one thing that I was missing at the time. Where I was feeling like before I heard the Monster beat, I was like, I need something to kick my album off. And I just kept waiting and waiting. Then finally I heard the beat that I knew was going to be the one. And I said it long before my album came out. I said, this song is going to be the one that's going to start my album. And I
yeah,
knew it was going to end with Eyes of a Desperate Man. I just didn't know how I was going to balance the middle out. I knew
yeah.
what I was starting with and what I was ending with. And I was like, I'll figure the rest out as I go along.
Yes, indeed. Well, you definitely figured it out. I'd love to hear this song live, like with that rock feel, that rock
Yeah.
lead
Oh
guitar
my
drum. Like,
goodness.
I definitely can see that and
Yeah.
flashing lights, almost like thunder. Like, yeah, hey, I said like thunder, like lightning. What you know what
That
I
definitely
mean?
need to happen. That definitely need to happen.
Well, look, let's jump into a song that you want to talk about. Let's. Like I said, I got it's two more that I'm gonna throw in here. One of them is gonna be a segue to our
Okay.
two cents, but what? Give me a song, man. Throw something out there.
Let me see. Let me think. What song do I want to talk about? Let's play I'm Out.
Okay, there we go.
See, I just want to testify. That's the least I can do. Yeah. Should have known it would never work. You had a man who we met. A red flag enough beginning, about as big as it gets. Ignored it during the time, wasn't hip as of yet. And that's one of the many errors that I truly regret. Was hook. Base my judgment off of the cover without reading the book. We were winning in the beginning, everything was exciting. We were both on the same page, focusing on uniting. Then later on down the line, chapters needed rewriting. We were trying to write the power, started to alter the Titan. Never thought we'd end up here, things were great for a minute. Years passed and things changed and our hearts weren't in it. Now we act as if we're strangers and treat each other abusively. We're better off as friends, our connection ain't what it used to be. I just wanted to make you mine, and I never meant to waste your time. But that's a find I would never be. I'm out, I'm done. I gotta go, lady. Hope that you can send to me. But I guess we weren't meant to be. As you can see, I would never be. I'm out, I'm done. Well aware I'm not perfect, I make many mistakes. I acknowledge all that I've done that caused your heart to have aches. But sadly, with never first, you won't admit when you're wrong. Own up to none of your faults, that's why we can't get along. You rather just point the finger and keep shifting the blame. Got issues communicating and I'm sick of the games. We started drifting apart, now look at what we became. Two people who even recognize it won't be the same. It's a shame you only do things only from your perspective, and your thinking is one-sided. Memory is selective, so trying to talk things over hasn't proven effective. And you going up through my phone like some type of detective. Was doing the same thing, yeah, I was doing my dirt too. We both were violating, you hurt me, then I hurt you. No excuses, I'm just throwing the deuces. I gotta let her know. Wanted just to work, but I've got no choice but to let her go. I just wanted to make you mine, and I never meant to waste your time. But there's a find I would never be. I'm out, I'm done. I gotta go, lady. I thought that you were sent to me, but I guess we weren't meant to be. As you can see, I would never be. I'm out, I'm done. Jealous people all in our business, and that's part of the problem. And then out of both of our ears when it doesn't involve them. Obvious at this point, the ties need to be severed. All it takes is just one lie, trust is broken forever. Already knew what was up, even when you tried to hide it. Showed you evidence that could prove it, and you still just denied it. We are no longer in sync, as a result, but divided. We were headed straight to the top, and everything is subsided. I guess we just reached the point we didn't see eye to eye. We're broken beyond repair, it's really why even try. Foundation that we built no longer exists, it's history. And the future that we plan is now something we'll never get to see. With the long sounds of just misery, it's a mystery. Fighting back and forth anytime we would ever disagree. Fight within your eyes, make me wonder what you keep smirking about. Like people ride the shakes on an exercise when I'm working out. I just wanted to make you mine, and I never meant to waste your time. But that's a find I would never be. I'm out, I'm done. I gotta go, lady. I thought that you were sent to me, but I guess we weren't meant to be. As you can see, I would never be. I'm out, I'm done.
I did all that I can for you, girl. I'm leaving. I'm leaving, yeah.
I'm out, I'm done. I gotta go, lady.
Man, you got all of just the tunes, brother. Like
That's
it's a
soul. That's soul music right there.
Yeah,
You already know
definitely.
what it is. Bo Digga is singing. You heard that? She said Bo Digga is singing. You know, when you switch that I out for an A, that means it's something different.
It's something different.
You can sing.
soul.
Yeah, hit you somewhere different. Let's talk
Yeah,
about it. I'm out.
that's definitely one of my favorite songs on the album as well. Like you said, that song has so much soul to it, and you know, I think the lyrics that I wrote definitely hit home. I feel like who can't relate to that? It's a breakup song, relationship song of you liking somebody a lot at first and really thinking that person might be the one, and then realizing after a while that they're not, and getting to a point where you just fed up and you're like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out. And a lot of the females really love that song, but it's a lot of dudes who felt like I wrote that song for their current situation that they're dealing with right now, and or a situation they just got out of. So it's so relatable to so many people. And the way Mo Digga sing on the song and was just backing me up. He added so much soul to it. Like I feel like that right there is a great song for the radio. It's a great song to play in the clubs. Like I definitely want to do a video for it. I just see visuals for that song. Like that's definitely one of my favorites. That's another song I definitely will listen to at least 2 or 3 times before I move on. Like sometimes just leave it on repeat and be in the zone with that song.
Yes, indeed. That joint definitely is a vibe. You heard what the brother Eclipse said, ladies out there. If you do it in the car and that song come on, just know it might be time. He might be a little fed up and frustrated with you. He might be out in a minute. Leave the message. Nah, I feel that. Like for sure. I think like you said, we definitely all have been in a situation or a moment where I'm out is the decision that you got to make for whatever reasons or purposes. So
And
definitely,
sometimes that's a hard decision to make. That decision ain't always easy, but you just reach a point where you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta really calculate everything and say, you know what, it's just time. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote that song. That song really came from the heart because it's true. It's not about one particular person, but it's about collectively different experiences that I put all in one song. So it's about a bunch of people from the past, but it's not about one particular person from start to finish.
yeah,
But it's all authentic stuff that I was talking about.
The thing I love about it too is, and I'm sorry, I gotta think about it in a different perspective. I look at it like Baker knows, like we known each other for a long time, man. And
Right.
I hit the road, bro. Like I would just be driving, bro. So sometimes we get these road trips, man.
Yeah.
That's the type of song right there. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that on a repeat, and we're just gonna let that ride for about 2 states. You know what I mean? Like just 2 states, like I'm out, bro. Like you know what I mean? Deuces, bro.
Yeah.
I'm out. But it just has that vibe, man. But again, it's collectively what you're doing right here, man. You painting a hell of a picture with the music, man. Like everything, it has a lot of soul to it. It has a lot of tangibility to it. You can relate to it, not just verbally, but music wise. And it's also too being out here in LA. Speaking specifically, LA. Well, I'm from the Northeast, but I'm out LA now. They don't have nothing that's really out here, bro. Like everything is so like herky. It's like robotic, herky jerky.
Right.
Everything is wavy. But I miss that that I don't say New York, but that Northeast swag, man. Like it's just a vibe, and you totally captured it with all 3 of those joints. And these are the joints that I'm most certainly it's going to be on my playlist. I mean, like y'all need to check this out because this is what the Northeast.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, look, and another thing that connects, you said, this is one of them songs that you got to sometimes repeat or play to 2 states or play it over and over again. And just kind of to the topic that you're talking about, sometimes you say you out and then you jump back in and you got to play the song again. You got to be out again. So sometimes you got to put it on repeat because you got to remind yourself, wait a minute, I was out for a reason. It is what it is, man. So it is definitely life and touches on a good topic that a lot of us men and women can relate to. All right, so I went to the email and I want to make sure I follow instructions. I don't want Patrice to fight me. So the one more song that was there that we want to jump into is Good Chance. This is a joint we wanted to pop on, so let's do it. Let's hop into Good Chance.
Good Chance. Hold on, let's see if we get. Okay, here we go.
Man, what a wheel. Is there any other choice? But then I let him kill me. If it ain't don't care any feel. From the live by feelings. If you try to steal me, break on the floor, let go of seal. Let you put my situation where you really say you feel me. My reflexes have no chill. Whatever struggle in the fight every day. So if you push it too far, I'm taking off like a jetpack. Ain't a need to make the speech murder on clutch. I'm a nigga you can reach, but you can't touch. Even if you get the freak, it still ain't clutch. Pay attention while I teach that it ain't such. And it be tags. Before you even get ass, like Jason cat holes in your mask. They pull with your fast. Clutch you a hole in the head or come out like a window with soul. Underestimate, then you gon' see. Get wiped out when you get the ass wide. In life, I'm feeling carefree. Beef is cooking and the nigga gon' fry. When they do whatever to be what it's gon' be. Last one to see him should've told him goodbye. Gotta go hard when you go against me. There's a good chance that a nigga gon' die. Whole lot of niggas who got my back. Walk with a cold blooded look in their eyes. Just like those when they traveling packs. You get drawn and you better comply. End up in a needle in a haystack. Remain never discovered and I tell you no lie. It's like me coming dressed in all black. There's a good chance that a nigga gon' die. Right before the storm, less than the millisecond, think I'm already transformed. Total opposite of the norm. Turn it once, I'm bigger to the break, I no more. In the breeze, I'm a rare form. Blacking out into another dimension where evil just swarms. I've been like this since I was born. I'm in agreement to the one who maybe you gotta see the way that I perform. I mean, you might learn to be gripped in the back with a tech in the front, that's your lips in the back. I'm a bitch, I'm a bell, I'm a slip in the lag. I'm a bag, I'm a rail, to the rip in your back. Don't care about nothing. In case you think they don't bluff it, go in and push one of my buttons. Watch all of a sudden. Fell to the gas, it's a shut in the breeze, like a rabbit with cutting. If you ready to ride, that's a picture of a picture of isolated alone for a long time. Don't let me catch you beside. A picture of whatever I see you will be the wrong place, the wrong time. And they travel like dominoes. The options going through the thing and I'm a hoe. I'ma show you how I'm a go. If I can figure out this time, I'd rather not when the will if I'm forced to. Pick up a shot if they block, you don't force you. If all you got, if they coming at you for a fool. You're gonna die when it's hot, it's resourceful. And in a given situation, if niggas try to murder you, what you really gonna do is see another day. Gotta be quick and do whatever you can to get out of the situation. Cause the 20 is the bubble way. Underestimate, then you're gonna see. Get wiped out when you get the ass wide. In that life, I'm feeling carefree. Beef is cooking and the nigga gon' fry. When they do whatever to be what it's gonna be. Last one to see him should've told him goodbye. Gotta go hard when you go against me. There's a good chance that a nigga gon' die. Whole lot of niggas who got my back. Walk with a cold blooded look in their eyes. Just like those when they traveling packs. You get drawn and you better comply. End up in a needle in a haystack. Remain never discovered and I tell you no lie. First night man, cause we're dressed in all black. There's a good chance that a nigga gon' die. I'm not having it. You haters abundant. Already know you niggas gon' try. Go ahead and ride around. Keep one thing in mind. I'm very determined. And if we not be mean, it's gon' die. I'm on my side of town. I'll be looking out. Prepared for intrusion. I hope it's worth it if it goes down. They better pray for you. Don't get heated up. These flames get outrageous. You'll be in need of being closed down. Just the last day for you. Keep underestimating and you're gonna see. Get wiped out when you get the ass wide. At a point in life where I'm feeling carefree. Beef get it cooking, then a nigga gon' fry. Ready for whatever, tell me what it's gonna be. Last one to see him should've told him goodbye. Gotta go hard when you go against me. There's a good chance that a nigga gon' die.
Whew, brother. The bars, first of all. Let's talk about the bars, okay? Like in the landscape of like in the pantheon of rap right now.
Mm-hmm.
I always try to listen to who's doing what, okay, how is it similar? How is it relatable? What can we be played next to it? And I'm like, literally, I don't care who, y'all can try to submit me if you want, but I feel like the only people that do what you do right now lyrically, for what I'm hearing, is Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
The list is very thin after that. Just because it's just different. It's like it's not like you know what I mean. Like it's just like you hit the little melody while you just to accentuate what you rapping about. The fact that you flip rapping the whole for the most part. But you switching the flip rap up. Like it's crazy, bro. It's all over the place. You taking time to do what you doing, and
definitely
it's just ridiculous, man. Seriously,
definitely. Yeah, because that song, I had no idea what it was going to be called or what it was going to even be about. That song just came together. I was feeling the beat real hard, and I just started writing, and that's how I ended up. Like, I don't ever want people to think I'm limited in what I'm capable of. So I always try to show people different sides of me. Like, there's so many layers to my skills. Like, I don't rap one way all the time. I'm gonna give you all kinds of different sounds. As you notice in this song, I was switching my flow up like every couple bars. Yeah. So I kept you guessing and wondering what's going to come next. And I kept catching you off guard. Because I had you in one pocket with one flow, and then it would just completely change to something else. that was 100% different from the flow you were just vibing to, and it just kept switching all throughout. I just wanted to do something that was unique and very different, and I just hope that people would love it and see the skill set that I was trying to display on this song. I'm just trying to show people something different, give people something to talk about, like, and just understand, did you hear this part or that line? But versus saying, damn, did you hear how he did this and how he went transition from this flow and then how his voice went up and he did a melody here, then he sped it up, slowed it back down, and then did this after that. So that's what I was shooting for with that song.
And I do want to say this too. Like I think the biggest misunderstanding in hip hop to me is that people don't understand the relevance of flow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Flow is just as important as bars, right? And I think that just how you attacked it, all of the switching, you still push the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in no point in time when you switch, did you drop or hit them with something that people had to stop their vibe and, okay, what does he say? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't know in the moment. The flow, you just kept pushing the pace, but you cut time it, you flip wrapped it, you spun it around. And like you said, it was 100% different.
Yeah.
For people that are musical and understand it, but you still kept it for the layman, for the people that don't. You know what I mean? So brilliant bars, bro. Brilliant bars, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that joint, it gave me the feel like you know, it made me think of when Biggie dropped the Bone and Biggie joint.
Yeah.
Right? And like he threw out a different flow at people that people didn't expect him to be doing, right?
Right.
And showed that versatility and showed like, oh damn, that joint like go. I mean, but he had multiple people on the song to do the different flows. And like, you know, like you said, like you kind of went in and was just doing it yourself. You know what I mean? And kind of going back and forth and showing the versatility, showing the skill level. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's really about. Like it's a skill level thing for you to even think that way, to say, let me switch the cadence up a little bit. Let me give him a little melodic piece here. Let me give him this and that. You know what I mean? Like it. Yeah. In that's a skill level. Like some people don't even have that skill level to even think about those type of decisions in a song. Right. So that's fire in itself.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, definitely love the vibe of that joint. Definitely love the flow. I'm glad we played that joint. You know, like I said, got to make sure.
Another thing too, like with that song is, sometimes I want people to be surprised as me when they hear me. I don't want people to always recognize me when they hear one of my songs. To be like, oh, this Eclipse, this one of his songs, because I know his songs because his music always sounds this way. I want people to be surprised when they hear me sometime, be like, damn, this Eclipse? Yeah. I ain't never heard him spit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even know he could do this. Yeah. So I always try to show so many different sides to be like, nah, my range is ridiculous. You have no idea like what I can really do.
Right. That's what's up. That's how you keep them on their toes. Keep them moving, keep them guessing. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. That's what it's supposed to be about. The creativity is a piece of it too. You know what I mean? It's about being honest or transparent in your words and like sharing a piece of yourself, but it's also about the creativity and the artistry of it. So I appreciate that.
Can I throw this out there too? And let me, like we got the little window pane, so if I'm wrong, I apologize. But you ain't got that Sobiato swag on, do you?
Oh yes, sir.
You don't even know outside the DMV, bro. Everybody got the Sobiato, bro. Yes, you got the Sobiato, bro. Like man, you was 100% DMV, brother, and I mean that in the best way possible, man. Real loud.
So listen, I'm loving this, right? And I want to one thing we do always on the show, we have our little segment called Two Flew 2 Cents. Okay. And there's one thing out there that's happened that everybody's talking about, and I'm hoping we can just talk about it a little bit. But in you know, kind of harmony of what we've been doing today, I want to play a song before we talk about it. And what I'm talking about is the slap heard around the world, of course.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The song I want to play, and Patrice, you must have read my mind on it, is Justified.
Well, all right. Hey, some of the people that's on Justified is in here too. So I'm sure they happy to hear that song about to get played.
Dope. That's what's good. Yes, we definitely, I want to play Justified. And I'll talk about why I want to play that song after it plays. But let's play
Okay.
Justified.
Exactly. And again, shout out to DMV, man. We in here represent. This is a DMV transaction right now.
Heaven,
So
you know what it
I'm
is.
elated. Let's go.
If I go seeking revenge, will I be justified? Once I show up to avenge, then was I justified? My anger has me inclined to feel unjustified. There ain't no change in my mind when I feel justified. I make one phone call, my niggas gon' ride. You will die more than likely. Whole purchase and I don't believe in them things slide. For the niggas that don't like me, in the comfort of your home, got the truthers on his side. Ain't no telling who it might be. Every president is gonna have to be identified. The heat will leave them unsightly. Better fall back like you all balance with the wrath of my animosity. Cause with my squad, there's no challenge. We had to meet in the ferocity. Cause when you're at fault, and the end result was to deliver the salt with an atrocity. I'm an obstacle that you cannot fault. I'm a regular source with a velocity. With speeds unseen. Make sure you don't remember this one thing. Like a prize when they build me, letting my gun sing. With the middle deep snakes be planning to run schemes. Will leave me a dumb thing. That I show you 1 minute, I invest in the dark. And you swimming in so far that's invested with sharks. Keep your head without the hold it to your chest. Get a spark. Ain't no flowing in the water like no chef in the park. Couple give it to you live like a 3D, nigga. Can't less about your HATE, nigga. Hit you with a couple more just for GP, nigga. I'm a SAVAGE, nigga. I respect the shots when I connect the dots. I defect the plastic of checks a lot. You can expect the rap, whether you felt you were correct or not. You got no trouble to perspective spot. It gets extra hot. For the minute that's off the head off. Soon as the drama set off, place to take a head off. West when you little threat off. You sign never lose no sleep. Go ahead and creep, even when you be dead off. In a hole underneath, the control of the beat. Your soul in the grief, when the hole in relief. Ain't the fold in the cheat. You can trust that I go to these screens cause I'm justified. If I go seeking revenge, will I be justified? Once I show up to avenge, then was I justified? My anger has me inclined to feel unjustified. There ain't no change in my mind when I feel justified. He provided, I'm gon' ride it, I can't hide it. Any rule to be about it, I've denied it, cause it's a must to die. I've decided if you tried it, we collided. Doom and pain, you resided, coincided, cause I feel justified.
A blast in the past, adrenaline and rushing, heart beating fast. Whatever's in my path, getting smashed. Whoever out there feeling the wrath, don't need a staff. Give you a glimpse of the old me, not perfect, too far from holy. No squad to dirt by my lonely, praying up to the one and only. Every day, wrestling, fighting demons, need a spiritual help. Hear them screaming, standing close to the fire. Soul steaming, evil thoughts on my mind while I'm dreaming. Mind, body, and soul full of rage, standing one deep on the rampage. I'm an animal, release out the metal cage, chipping quick through a slow like a 12 gauge. Who the author, the Southside veteran, measuring each and every skeleton. That was placed in the back of my closet. Had screws in my head, but I lost it. Now my hands is gripping the target. Can't control it, I need help to stop it. This is definitely one of the hardest raps I had to spit as an artist. Cause my path was haunted, never daunted. Whenever my foes taunted, the streets vaunted my boldness. And my voice, you can hear the coldness. Not seeing eye to eye. What you saying, just a lie? Testify to the sky. God, the reason why it's a must that I know deep inside that I'm justified. Yeah.
To the moon, it's the way that it's gotta be. Now it's so high, justify the laws of gravity. Hold up, come back down for a minute. We be on your block and we ready to spin it. All they had to do was play his position. Now we directed, trying to rescript it. Put in the pocket, no bottles and chickens up in the club. Fake holding position. That bill that you got, need some attention. Your credit's suspended. You stole it from him, but I was the lender. You've been pretending, playing bitch spending. That's why I got your hand up in the blender. This is a legend you're gonna remember. God's but agenda, not built for lane. Make them feel the pain of the trigger. Now they thumbing through some old pictures. I would've told him from the jump not to trust that nigga here back. Though you crooked than a DMV minute. Had the recipe, let him into your kitchen. Blink 2 times, now 10 grams missing. The dog be barking as soon as he can. It just got sure, think you need to pay attention. Took a little nap, now 10 bags missing. That's a whole nother dough in the top left guessing. Better tighten up your game, homeboy slipping. Fool, you gon' wind up missing. Hold it up. Matter of fact, who this chicken is decorating like just moved up ahead. Took about 3 months, life was smooth. Hit the baby daddy and his cousin to the move. When I got the call, all I heard was your mom tears, pain in my heart when I think about your little kids.
If I go seeking revenge, will I be justified? Once I show up to avenge, then was I justified? My anger has me inclined to feel unjustified. There ain't no change in my mind when I feel justified. He provides. provide it, I'm gon' ride it, I can't hide it. Any rule to be about it, I've denied it, cause it's a must to die. I've decided if you tried it, we collided. Doing pain when you resign it, coincided, cause I feel justified.
Came from a block where they duck the cops, then they slip the sale, they dodging shots, and that's after dark, where the villains dwell. Your options stop at rest well in a box, or you sit in jail. Night vision, possibly focus on ops, like it's Splinter Cell. Anger grow to wish a nigga would, like I'm supposed to flip in his chimney flow, cause one light up the wood, then I'm smoking shit. It's pure deception to think that you can fog up my intellection. If you team catch you one in the field, it ain't an interception. I extra act, tell whoever ain't done from that, get jumping jack, cause the clip inserted will have the controller shaking. It's my rumble pack, we got extensions to keep your deadline of dissatisfaction. Have to be in the box to see what I'm saying. It's part of your closed caption. He lacking in the open, ain't nowhere to hide. Catch him at half court, 3 to his basket. Now he balling from the other side. Now I'm back to hit the tree to get justice fried. That subtraction was justified, but the cops start adding up. Those times we justified.
If I go seeking revenge, will I be justified? Once I show up to revenge, then was I justified? My anger has me inclined to feel I'm justified. There ain't no change in my mind when I feel justified. He provided, I'm gon' ride it, I can't hide it. Any rule to be about it, I've denied it, cause it's a must to die. I've decided if you tried it, we collided. Doing pain when you resided, coincided, cause I feel justified.
Well, I got so much I want to say, but I want to let Baker go ahead and go. But I got some words, bro. I just got words. Like I'm gonna just pause for a second. Go ahead. Baker.
Now, before we talk on anything, before we do the 2 Flu 2 cents and any of it, Eclipse, you want to go ahead and give a shout out to the family you had on that song? You got them on mute.
Oh, my bad. Here we go.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Everybody who's on that song is actually present in this interview. So the verse right after mine is my cousin Mike, aka Quiet Storm. My man from back in the dark alley days from the label I had back then, flipped the script. My main man Educator came right behind my cousin Mike. And then my cousin Chris, aka Celsius, he closed the song out. So that song was just about family overall.
Yes, yes. Family affair. You heard what it is?
Yes, sir.
Shouts out to everybody on that joint. That joint is crazy. Go ahead, Donnie. Say what you want to say, because I'll lead us into the whole piece of this. But go ahead and let's get your.
It was bubbling, bro. I trust me. Thank you, man. Oh my God, yeah, it's a family affair, bro.
You hear me?
Like, to me, it's like this. It take me back. Whether people know or not, me and Baker, used to run. We used to do the music thing a long time ago. Trying to resurface again real soon. We're just gonna wink at that one, but it took us back to when we was in the studio, and it was always okay. Well, you gonna attack it this way. Well, all right. Well, if you gonna do it this way, you gonna hold that lane down. I'm gonna attack it this way, and then we gonna hold that lane down. And just to me, it brought back a lot of memories. Brought back a lot of just symmetry in the studio.
Yeah,
like being a veteran on the court. Instead of we sitting around watching Jordan work, we all out here working, bro. We try to support, and that's what it came through. So I'm listening to the family come through, and I'm like, whoa, jeez, that's my rumble pack. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
That line was fire. I love that line.
That line is fire. Come on now, cuz now, like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like them bars right there, bro.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, shout out to the whole team. Dot Squad Entertainment is definitely in the building, man. Like I said, since you was on before Eclipse, like big fan. Like I was like, okay, the DMV is left in good hands because you know what I'm saying, like you coming through. But now you got the family there, bro. It's almost like not even fair. That's what it feels like. You know what I mean? So I just had to say, because I was like, Jesus Christ, like, bro, like And who like it was just it's just so many ways of attacking it. Every single way that the family attacked it was like,
Yeah.
bro, critical. You Will Smith slapping him, bro. Like it's not even. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
look,
glad you like it, man. That song is very special to me because, again, that song is long overdue. Like, I was supposed to been did some work with my cousin. Quiet Storm and Celsius, they're brothers. You know what I'm saying? They some of my closest family members, and that song we were supposed to done, so many years ago, back when I was Dark Alley, and we never did get to get in the booth and do any songs together. So, when my cousin, he lives in Florida, so he was down here, I think for a week or so, dropping his kids off so they could stay with the grandparents for the summer.
mm-hmm.
So it was a no-brainer. I was like, oh, you about to be here? I'm about to get me, you, and your brother in the booth. We about to knock this song off. We actually did 2 songs together, but Justify is the only one that made the album.
Mm.
The other song we did together is a banger too, but it was some audio flaws that didn't get fixed in time. So as soon as I get that cleaned up, I'm going to put that song out too.
Okay.
And they killed that song as well. Like, they deliver hard. And then, Deaticus is family to me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was around from the start of this with the Dark Alley days. We were label mates, and it was only right that I threw him in. He delivered. Everybody got busy. I was nothing but happy with this song.
Hey man, y'all got work, bro. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got work. Like,
yeah. That joint is definitely fire.
Appreciate it.
And I think one of the family affairs is always great. Like you said, Donnie, like taking it back and being able to do it with people that you know and you love and
Yeah.
got respect for, and then being able to come into the studio and create that symmetry, create that fire.
Right.
It's unforced, and you can tell it's unforced. You know what I mean? You can tell when something is, that's what it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
and that's definitely what it felt like. I think I was so in time. Go ahead.
no, I just wanted to shoot one thing. Just let me know before you transition to the 2 Flute 2 Cents. That's all.
I was about to.
All right. Well, all right. Let me just say this. I definitely want to throw out in the chat that I appreciate all the love in the chat room for everybody. We're gonna have a real quick roll call, real quick. I just feel that it's necessary that we gotta do it. DeAndre Jackson was in the building, showing mad love. Patrice Holden, boss lady, she holding down from the side. So he definitely gotta give respect to the boss lady. Sonny Bates came through. Shout out to Sonny Bates. Shout out to Bianca Barnes. And I'm gonna say this. I'm probably wrong, but I'm gonna throw my shout out there. Kiana Graham, shout out to her in the chat room. Leslie Rollins in the building. Joyce Pennell Barnes in the building. Tyler Williams, my brother Reds, man, he said he rolled with the team as well. Like, he's done work with the Atticus as well. So Reds, that's our family. So shout out to Reds as well. I'm trying to think. Celsius the Barbarian in the building. Patrice H in the building. Betty Gaither, Harold Gaither, they in the building. So just wanted to, and I may or may not have said Leslie Pryor Rollins, but definitely want to throw Leslie Pryor Rollins in there. Just wanted to show love because they were showing sincere love to you, and
that's
just wanted to make sure you call that out for sure. Really.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, So
you gotta be.
The reason I wanted to play this song before and the reason I put it there was just saying, like, it justified to me when you think about it and saying, if I go after this revenge right now, am I justified, right?
Yes.
That's what everybody's been going back and forth with Will Smith in this situation. Like, was he justified in doing what he did, right? I know that it's a polarizing thing right now. There's a lot of different opinions and thoughts on it. But I think this is what it comes down to. Like, this song, like, and there's different like things how this song hit me, because like I think, like you said, if you're going after someone and you do something, are you justified? If you doing something that's illegal, are you justified? You know what I mean? Reasons that you're doing it for. Like, there's so many things that it ties to. But in this situation and where we at, I thought about it as being the lead into it. Like, that's all we talking about was, do we feel he was justified in doing what he did. So I tossed it out there. I got thoughts back and forth. Like whoever, like it's free space. I'm not trying to get nobody in no whatever. But if you got something you want to say it out, put it out there, and I'll say something as well.
I'm gonna give all praise and honor to Eclipse and let him go ahead and leave that on off because you know me, I always got something to say. So go ahead, Eclipse. You walk the dog with it.
I mean, look, I gotta be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too different to look at the situation. I think because a lot of people say, yeah, Will Smith was right in smacking him. He was defending the honor of his wife. Some people say no, he shouldn't have smacked him. It was just a joke. That joke would have been forgotten about by the next day, and we'd have moved on, whatever. So the case may be. So I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for me. Now, for me personally, I don't know if Chris Rock did or did not know the entire story or the situation behind that. But me personally, I'm not a big fan of making fun of somebody's disabilities, putting them on the spot to have everybody laughing at them, and it's a disability. I have to look at that situation. If that was my wife or my mother or somebody that's dear to me that I care about, how would I feel and react in that situation? Because I got to be honest with you, if that was somebody I love, if I'm sitting next to my mother and somebody makes a joke about my mother's disability, my first reaction is I might go smack somebody. I'm going to just be real with you. You gotta have a balance of how you tell your jokes, and some stuff is just inappropriate. Now, if he didn't know, that's one thing. But if he did know and took the risk of still putting his wife on the spot like that, because you gotta think, you sitting at the Grammys in an audience full of people that's laughing at a disability. That's not counting everybody that's at home watching. Then, like, this is a widespread thing, and you give people complexes and insecurities like that last a lifetime. So if there's somebody that I cared about, I probably would have reacted and responded the same way. I get it from the other side too. You got to have self-control, and you got to know how to handle those kind of situations. I get it, but at the same time, celebrities ain't no different than celebrities. They still human beings. They still imperfect people with flaws who are going to make mistakes. So that's a hard one, but I'm gonna just be real. If that was my mother, my wife, or somebody, they sick on oxygen, whatever the case may be, in a wheelchair, and you decide that you're gonna make a joke about that, me being the kind of dude I am, I'm probably going to respond some way similar. If I don't slap you, I'm going to definitely say something about it, let you know how much I didn't appreciate it. So I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to go public, and I'm going to be on record. Where I come from, which is the DMV, PG County, niggas get slapped. Okay,
they do.
Just because you breathing funny, I don't like him. I don't like how you breathe. I'm a slapper.
Right.
So here's what I got to say about it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Right.
And I told this to my baby. I was like, because she's from LA, you know what I'm saying, and I'm from the DMV, and I tell her the whole time, I'm like, yo, it's people move funny out here because there ain't no consequences.
Exactly.
You back where I'm from is consequences. Like, we won't be at your door. Like, nigga, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? And I said it on like the day after on the live. I was like, look, being that I'm from the DMV, but my family from Philly.
Right.
It's like certain things you do not mess with. And even so, and even more so, if not nothing else, when that person look at you in your face, like, do something. I feel like Danny Glover and Lethal Weapon 4. Okay, let's go ask him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's all I brought down. Now I got that, and I said this was calculated because it was an open hand slap. There's nothing more revered than the open hand slap. You open hand slap somebody. It's two things you do not do to me. You do not open hand slap me. You do not spit on me. I will
those
kill
are the two most disrespectful. I gotta agree.
Kill you for those. So the fact that he did it. It was like, whoa! And he came across the plate, pow! And I was like, oh my God. I was like, he executed it with great further. fervor. Sorry, I said it wrong. It's great fervor. Like it came across it pow. And even Chris, he was like, oh, he had to like, what's up? And he dropped like, bro, you don't open hand slap somebody, bro. You have to calculate that.
Right.
Because I don't even have a respect for you to close my fist and knock you out with it. So I'm gonna
Right.
just say, bow, so that way you know what time it is. And I just felt that was a heat check for everybody in the room that always got something to say about Will Smith and Will Smith's family and his girl and his wife or whatever. Listen, on the grandest stage ever, this is the Super Bowl of acting. And
Right.
You want to chat about my wife? Boy, guess what? Grand opening, bow, grand closing. That's how I feel about it. So, like my thing is I'm not saying I agree,
Right.
but I understand it like a motherfucker. So my thing is,
I do. I understand it definitely. I do.
I just feel like, yeah, maybe if you look at it, spoken from the sideline. If you ain't never had, like, again, if you had the privilege card and you never had to be the privileged enough to grow up in the same kind of circumstances that, like, and I'm not even saying I'm straight hood. Nah, I was a suburb dude whole life. Not even gonna lie.
Right.
I went to school where it was, you know what I'm saying? So it was like,
Yeah.
I had to watch how I stepped and how I moved. I had to learn that game.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm saying from a real perspective, it's like at the end of the day, if you don't want that heat, bro, you don't mess around with that flame. So
Fact.
he said what he said. It was like, G.I.J., it was a light joke. And as you see Jada do this, I was like, oh Lord, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing good comes out of, the woman rolling her eyes in this public, bro. Come on now. Come on. So that's how I feel about it. Maybe he could have pulled him offside, whatever. But I'm just saying, you know how this is. If they got fights, you know what I'm saying, insert some quarters or some shit. They can say you want to chat shit, and guess what? You get you get slapped the fuck, like that. Just how it go down. I'm just saying.
Right.
That's my piece on it. Sorry, nigga.
No argument.
Yeah, Alan, I hear everything you're saying. Like niggas do get slapped every day, and we definitely would have been tussling on that stage. It would have been what it was. But I think I think it's a couple of pieces of it. Like I definitely hear the people who say like he should have slapped him backstage. I get it. I get the more calculated piece of it, and I don't know if it was totally calculated. I think when he got there, he definitely calculated. I'm not gonna punch him. I'm gonna slap him.
Yep.
Like, but he was there, and it was like, well, I guess this is what we're doing. I think of it like this. I think it's a couple pieces. I think one thing I said to somebody was like, I think Will and Jada was ready for all the like entanglement jokes.
Yeah.
Right.
They were prepared and they had their Hollywood laugh ready. I
Right.
don't think they expected
Yeah.
I don't think they were ready for that one, right? Like the fact that Chris didn't get that joke cleared, like I think they just didn't expect it. It was like one of those things where it was like, whoa. And because Will started with the Hollywood laugh, and I think he looked over and was like, "Shit, we're not doing it. We can't. It's not going to work, is it?" So it became something different. The second layer of it is this was his most important night of his acting career. So imagine, imagine the people he had watching.
Yeah.
So not only did he have like the people there with him, but his mom was watching, her mom was watching, family members watching. Like in that moment, like not only do you got hundreds of people laughing at this joke, you know that all of those people are watching. And in his book, he talks about feeling like he's a coward because of this moment where he didn't stand up and protect his mom.
Exactly.
In the moment that she got hit by the bad, right? Like,
right.
I think you got to think of the context of the person, right? And why they do something, right? For all of us, I think there's something that can make us snap like that, right?
Right.
If this is what it was for him, that's what it is. And like,
and on the flip side to that, though, he actually was laughing at it himself first until Jada gave him that look.
Exactly.
He was put under the pressure of I got to respond and do something.
But here's the thing.
It could have been a fake laugh off, but he was laughing at first until she gave him that eye, and then that eye transitioned into him getting out of his seat and doing what he did.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: like I feel like he laughed because that's the Hollywood thing to do. You laugh it off,
right?
And like he looked, and it was like, oh shit. But then he went up and smacked it, and Chris said, "Oh shit, Will Smith just smacked shit out of me," and Jada laughed. I don't think
Yeah.
Jada really knew what was going on. I think she was in the moment
Right.
where she was like, "Oh shit, did he just?" And then when Chris said it, I think she was kind of like, "Okay, maybe it's a bit. Maybe I just didn't know about it." But then when he
Right. Right.
keep my wife's name, like I think that's what made everybody. Because you saw Lupita's face too. Even she was like,
Yeah.
Hey,
and then
she
she was
was
like,
life for me.
"Oh,"
She was life for me with that.
she was
That's
like,
the
"This
whole
is
time I
real."
watched her piece.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it became
Yeah.
more real. So I just feel like, I mean, it's a sad situation that it's two black men on TV, and they're gonna make it what they need to make it, and everybody's gonna
Right.
take their sides. People are attacking Chris for saying, "Well, you should have known better. You did the Good Hair movie, and you wrong." And people attacking Will, like, "Well, you didn't need to smack him on live TV, and that's a black man. You could have handled it better." At the end of the day, it's two black men being attacked. Like, and that's that. You never want to see that, but I
Right.
think I agree with both of you in the sense of I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't understand. Like
Yeah.
I've gone to smack people for way less
That
in smaller,
Facts. I definitely have.
you know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
in that position, another thing somebody threw out there that was real interesting to me, they said if it was a joke about 50 Cent, if 50 Cent went up there and smacked Chris Rock, would we have been as surprised? Would we have been as shocked? Or would that just have been like, oh, that's 50 Cent, that's what he do? Right?
Great point.
I think people putting this thing on Will Smith like, oh, you supposed to just take it because you Will Smith.
Right.
Well, I mean, that ain't right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you're not lying. He did turn into Pookie. His face was like, he was like, dude. I mean, that's a whole nother piece of the pie. I was like, ain't
Yeah.
nobody, at least from the DMV, gonna have somebody walk up that slow and be able to catch him that clean. Because I'm gonna be like, you're gonna be like, you about to do something. You walking up here in a way like he walked up there, like, I
Yeah.
from the Rocky joint. So
he had his
that's
hands
a whole
on
nother conversation. But it's a sad situation overall, man. And I wish, like, at the end of the day, I know his ticket sales and gone up, and he gonna be
Right.
first interview. Whoever gets it is gonna be a ratings juggernaut, and I hope that they both can see continued success after this, and they whatever they need to do to make it happen and fix it. And I hope all
Yeah.
that happens, and we don't go down this road of, oh, now they're gonna cancel Will Smith and he not gonna have move like that ain't fixing shit. You know what I mean? Like two men
Yeah.
have a dispute, let them solve it as men and keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me say this too. So because Chelsea said she got an August though, okay. And I've said this before, and then again, I'm gonna say it again. I do not have nothing against this man. I really don't. He seems okay, but I met August Alsina. To me, it's like if I'm Will Smith, I'm not worried about August Alsina. I'm like, I'm not okay. Okay, that fucking like I'll be if anything. I'm like Jada, like that guy, like that guy. Out of everybody, and you could have been like Morris Chestnut. I'm like, it's Morris Chestnut. You know what I mean? Like Terrence Howard. It's Terrence Howard. Like August Alsina. Like
it's levels. Because
Corey
Holcomb out here talking real reckless about Jada right now. But I think it's like you said, it's levels. It's like that's Corey Holcomb though. Like I'm not gonna trip. Chris Rock is on that level that probably made him be like, damn, we here in the biggest stage, and you here, and you who you are. Ooh, I can't. It just is what it is. We all have our moments, right?
Yeah, cool. But that's my whole thing. It's like
okay, Williams killing me.
Yeah, man. We were not with this man. Like it was nothing but jokes the whole time. Here's my thing with him. It's like, okay, Chris Rock is Chris Rock. We understand that. Will Smith is Will Smith. We understand that. Like and then that's the only reason why we're talking about it, because it's almost unfathomable, because it is Chris Rock. That's uncharacteristic. That's like if Barack Obama walked on stage and slapped the hell out of Chris Rock. Stop talking about my wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. But I just fall into life lessons. Life lessons suggest if you're going to talk, if you're going to be a comedian, you're going to go in, then you got to understand that people ain't always going to get the joke.
Right.
So you going to get slapped the fuck, like especially open hand slap, because again, I say open hand slap lets niggas know, let you know where you stand.
Yeah.
So you know, that's my whole thing with it. Is at the end of the day, he went up and and to me, it is all about the walk back. He still had to bow, turn around, and then walk in.
Put his hands in his vest pocket.
Like
he put it in the vest pocket and walked.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was checking his pocket watch. Nigga, like you ain't even have respect for that man. You checking your pocket watch, bro. You open hand slap him, and I'm gonna check my pocket watch. Nigga, get out of here, bro.
He ain't turn around and see if he was coming behind him or nothing. Like he was just extra confident after the slap. Nonchalant about it. Went sat back down like it was nothing.
And then came back with the rhetoric.
I was telling somebody I would have hit him with the Randy Orton from out of nowhere. He would have got that Randy Orton from out of nowhere.
Suplex.
Well, listen, fellas, it's one of those things that, is, like I said, it's polarizing. It's probably no right or wrong answers to this. It just is what it is. It happened, and like I said, I wish success to both gentlemen and that they can come out of it with the least amount of damage as possible.
Right.
But like, look, man, we you know we coming towards the end of this. It's been a definite celebration of the music. It's been awesome to kind of go through the tracks, to interact, had a family on, chop it up. What's some last thoughts that you want to share with us about this project that you want, like, as people go to pick it up if they ain't got it already? What's some things you just want to say that you hope they walk away with from listening to this project?
I hope people walk away knowing that I really did put my heart and soul into this album, and I really did take my time to give the best possible project that I could give people. I hope people appreciate the quality of it and really see that I just wasn't trying to just throw some stuff together or sound like everybody else. I really tried to do something different and really take people back to a time of music where bars and substance and things like those were greatly appreciated, because it's a strong lack of that stuff now. So I definitely was shooting for when people hear my album and say, you know, damn, this is what's been missing from rap for a long time, or it's scarce these days. I'm really glad to hear something like this. So I tried to, you know, I gave a lot of people are doing these short albums where, you know, they might give you 8 songs or so, 7 or 8 songs. I went the complete opposite direction. I tried to give you 16 bangers, a full-length album that could really be appreciated from start to finish. Of course, people going to have their favorites, but I wanted people to walk away from my project feeling like they definitely got their money's worth. It was worth the wait, and it's a quality project that should stand the test of time and be considered a classic way into the future.
I agree.
Mission accomplished.
And I gotta say, Patrice Holden is an amazing manager.
She is.
Because let me tell you something. She hit on every single thing that just in case you didn't know, this is dope, but check this out. This is dope, but this is like she's on the P's and Q's. Patrice Holden, you was 1,000 with me as far as I'm concerned, for sure.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Like she said, it's on all platforms. What's done in the dark will come to the light.
Yep.
Make sure you stream it. Get it on iTunes. Get your copy. Support. Donnie, I don't know if you got something else you want to say, but I want us to take it out with the song "Lights Out." Feel like, again, it's a good way to go out with "Lights Out."
Yeah.
Land the plane, got the lights out. Make sure we can be prepared for landing. But Donnie, I don't know if you want to say anything else to get.
I mean, I think with everything that's being said, I mean, I think I've said it. I'm a very big fan of what you're doing, Eclipse. Like, and I'm sorry, I want to make sure I'm focusing, but I'm trying to cue everything up for you, so I don't want to be disrespectful.
Oh, good.
But I mean, everything that you said is like, you know, it makes sense. You are definitely like people like, and I gotta say this too, being from the area and, you know, understanding, like, you know, people have a tendency to defer to lists. Right. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about with these lists, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, after a while, I stopped checking for these lists because these fucking lists is like by who is right?
Right.
But one thing I can say is that I all due respect. I respect everybody that's moving and everybody that's working, especially people put out the type of quality that you putting out, brother. You were doing
Right.
your thing, man.
Thank you.
Your whole team, everybody, like every time you show up, people arrive for you. You like you doing your thing, brother. Like
Thank
flat
you, man.
out. And I'm saying that because people need to know that you doing exactly everything you supposed to do what the fuck you need to do to come out,
Right.
especially put on for the city, man. And I am proud of that. I'm proud to
Thank
say
you.
that I met you and came across you, brother. Your whole team is legit. Your sound is legit. It is what it is, bro. And I just got to call that what I call it. That's what
I
I
definitely do appreciate that. Oh, the same in my charger. There we go. Nah, that means a lot to me, man. Like I wasn't really sure. I mean, I had confidence, putting this album out before it came out, but I really didn't know what to expect. It was kind of like, we gonna see. I would always tell my mother, like, I hope people like it. I always felt they should, but it's coming from me, so I don't really count my own opinion of my own music. Like, what are the people going to say? How are they going to react to it? I'm the artist, so of course I'm going to think my stuff is good.
right.
But I needed to see the people's reaction to it and what they had to say about it. And I've got nothing but positive reviews since it's been out. A lot of people calling it a masterpiece album. They calling it a classic, or you know what I'm saying? They tell me they let it ride from start to finish every day. Like, it's just nothing but positive reviews and feedback. So I'm just very happy, it came to fruition as I envisioned it.
Right. Hey, look, you did that, brother. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Bagel, you want to take us out on this one, and I'm gonna you got it.
Oh, real quick before you play Lights Out, I just want to make this quick announcement about the song because I spoke of the group Dark Alley that I was in 20 years ago. The two people that are on this song are the other two members of Dark Alley. So this is a Dark Alley song from the group I was in 20 years ago. I brought all my people back with me.
There it is. It's only right. It's only right.
Right.
And a perfect way to close it out. Like I said, definitely appreciate you coming back on. Definitely appreciate the
A
family
pleasure.
being here and interacting. Enjoyed the music thoroughly.
Thank you.
If you don't got the project already, like we said, pick it up. It's on all platforms. Support. Make sure, just like you posting Will Smith memes, that you post this album. Um, and post this and show the support like we supposed to, and we hold each other down. So with that said, we about to let the planes fly. As we begin to actually land the plane, we're gonna turn the lights off and turn the lights out and let this take us out. So appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro. Both of y'all. Thank you.
Yes,
Indeed.
indeed.
Here we go. Lights out. Eclipse.
Go.
It's Dark Alley. Y'all ready? Y'all squad for life. Shit. Dark squad. Raising face, get Eclipse. And y'all ready? Back in the building like I left my wallet. You trying to catch the feeling, I got it. I know y'all ain't really think we was finished. How y'all figure we can stop it? 20 years in the making, still the hottest. If there's a conversation, we the topic. We ain't talking about no real conversation, we can drop it. We out to the dope now. We ain't jumping out the window for rapping, we grown now. And still ready for whatever may happen to go down. It's long when it's on. You see, it's just know it ain't only on in the song. Going in on us, it won't be going on for too long. Moving heavy, you ever get us wrong, then you gone. Leave them all on the lawn. I'm the calm of the storm. Right before disaster strikes, any problems follow when the dress up in the afterlife. Running to the break, ain't no escaping. You gon' have to fight. You look like you ain't acting right. I'm popping unattached. Your lights out. We turn your lights off, but it's bright. We illuminate, shine through the night. Get it right. Lights out. Ever ready? We prepared for the fight. Paying for it in your head is the price. In the light. Lights out.
Sorry, uncharted, cross the line, it's a red zone. Trespassing the sauce and instantly getting your head blown. Label me as anonymous, my species is Somerville. Blowing guns are synonymous, some things better left concealed. I'm no white savage, my pen game is against the law. Hard as gold as ice, I got hot lead that can make it thaw. D-A-R-K-A-double-L-E-Y. Been looking at the seconds in D&B, now you T.Y. The underrated hardest to touch a mic since with D.I. The world turns into classic, notorious like the B.I. G from the era of real rap. Trust my niggas real clap. Full shutouts, just give me a sec to wind them up. Soon as you sign them up, I'ma mow them down when you line them up. Know that your time is up. If ever you see me holding gun, my girl looks at the ops like Gates of God, getting the holy lights out.
We turn your lights off when it's bright. We illuminate, shine through the night. Get it right. Lights out. Ever ready, we prepared for the fight. Paying for it in your head is the price. Lights out.
A nickname on Steph, Clay, and Dame. Got a bird in the cut that is sniper from long range. 5.0 Westminster, call it the long range. I've been ahead of